What is up, everybody? It is Alex from Heavy New York calling from the quarantine zone again, and this time we are here with Marcus of the Overlords. Thank you so much for being here today, man. It's great to have you here.
Hey, man. I'm in Sweden. It's really cold here, so...
Yeah, it's starting to get cold here in New York City as well, but the winter is when the best metal comes. Thanks for being here today. We got the debut album, Last Days of Babylon, coming out very soon. Do you just want to talk about like how the making of this album was, being that this was the debut? Was there kind of like a preconceived idea? How did the Last Days of Babylon sort of see the light of day?
Absolutely. So where shall we start? Shall we start from the beginning?
Sure.
I was in the band a little bit later because Morgan, the guitar player, and Per, the drummer, they start working with the album. Actually, it was maybe 1 year before, maybe more, when they started doing the songs. And when I came in, they already recorded some of the songs, the music, and then we put in my vocals in for a couple of songs, and we tried it out because me and Morgan, we were playing another band together. It's also a tribute band, so we didn't know where it would go, so we tried it out, and that's how it started.
Mm-hmm. Was there maybe like a preconceived idea in terms of the sound of how the sound came to be, or was there like a lot of improvising involved in the making of the music?
For me, with the vocals, it was I didn't know. Actually, we didn't have a clue how it's gonna end up because I haven't been doing this kind of project before. I mean, I always been the tribute with the Aussie stuff, and I play singing songwriting stuff, and another kind of vocals technique. But now I could go back for my roots, do the heavy metal stuff that I really enjoy, and I've been doing that since like 18, 19 years old. So it was really fun to come back.
Did you feel that the first two singles that you released, Utopia and In My Darkest Room, serve as a good representation of what this whole album will sound like, or is there a lot more tricks and twists that are going to be incorporated?
I think it's a really good because it's a little bit mixed, but they have the same contents. I mean, In My Darkest Room is more heavy, and Utopia is a little bit more power, and we also got other songs, but everything it becomes really good anyway in the end. But when I started, I think in my vision I couldn't see it come together. But when I put the song on it, I really felt, oh shit, it's really good, and it become that we wanted. So that was fun. Yeah, I think that was the answer, right?
Yeah, definitely. Because you mentioned you came into the project later, were you like kind of listening to the music first, being like, okay, this is how I have to sing? Did you kind of have to like adjust how you would normally sing, or were you allowed to kind of bring your own mix into the Sonic Overlords?
That was. I know Morgan was really afraid that we should listen. We did some songs as a also tribute band, but we haven't writing this kind of songs before together. So I think when we start doing these songs, we didn't know where it will end, and we tried one song, this is perfect, and then we did the other song, and we did the third song, and then after the fourth song, it was, I mean, we were really glad. Morgan always start crying and say, why didn't we do this before?
Yeah.
So I said, yeah, we've known each other since I was 16, so we should do it a little bit earlier if we knew it works out.
Yeah, well, I mean, isn't that always the case? You create a project much later in your life, and then you just wish you could go back and just create it then. But that's just the cruelty of art, right?
Yeah, it's always like that. But I think, but now we're there anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, it was a call there. So, but yeah, it ended up well anyway, and we're really grateful about this debut album. It's really good, and it's fun to see how everybody react on it, because nobody have seen me anyway doing this kind of music before.
Yeah, people are genuinely surprised that this band is from Sweden and you guys don't sound like At the Gates.
Yeah, it's classic, but it's new.
As a vocalist, do you need to hear the music in order to come up with lyrics, or is there a time where maybe like a lyrical concept could influence the music as well?
If I understand the question right, I get when they do the music and they come up with the music, I start doing the lyrics and lyrics. I mean, it's a little bit different because it was Thomas, the other guy, who wrote the first songs, and Apollo did also one song or two, something. So I did the World on Fire and Children of the Night. It was my songs on the album that I wrote. Was that the answer of the question, or did I understand you? It's a little bit hard to hear you sometimes. So
yeah, no, it's all good. I know that there's a party going on over there. Do you think that this? The only other question I have really for this is that do you think that the sound for this album is going to be a sound that you're going to pursue in the future, or are you going to want to experiment with your sound a little bit more?
I really like the sound actually. So, but I also like to experiment, but I cannot talk about that. But I think I know my voice now, and I know how that works. But if we do something otherwise with the music and experiment with the new songs in the future, let's see about that. I don't know.
Looking forward to hearing more. But before we go, I just wanted to thank you so much for your time. Is there just anything else that you'd like to promote for the Sonic Overlords?
Yeah, let's see how it works. But go in and follow us on the Instagram, the Facebook, and YouTube channels, and all the internet media you can do. And it's the first time, this first album, so. It's hard in the beginning, even if we have played a lot and been doing that for a long time. It's hard when you're a new band and want to come up with the new music. I think we need all the support and try to help each other out. I mean, artists can help each other with doing the support stuff and see what's happening.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, everybody. We are here with Sonic Overlords. Be sure to check out Last Days of Babylon. This is Alex from Heavy New York. We'll see you next time.